see Mitchell took the center. Oh!
He uses that separation to perfectly time that knee. Smiling. Oh!
He can't finish the fight.
He's got Barry's out!
All right. Here we are.
Vegas.
We're back to the grind after last week. We're back to the warehouse as well in the UFC Apex. We're here in beautiful Las Vegas. I'm here with I'm Moneyline Mike, and Hot Hand's supposed to be tuning in. I lost him in the MGM Grand. I think he's on the Spanish 21 table. He'll probably end up being here shortly. Just a quick run back of last card. Just quick. Jung Hyung Lee looked like prime Jackie Chan, or like he just
Bruce
looked
Lee.
huge. Yeah, prime Bruce Lee in the face-offs against a fat Willie Cat with love handles, out of shape, haven't fought in 2 years, and just gets 30-27. Jose Aldo kicks some dude in the face. I thought he won. We did signal a lot. I caught a live signal on Zahabi at plus 575.
Canada's economy was riding on the fight, so they had to give it to the Zahabi fan.
Yeah, with GSP in the corner, I agree. And then Bilal, he turned into Canelo hands, and I didn't know that he was a Muay Thai fighter or a kickboxer. I completely forgot that Bilal Muhammad was world-class striker or something. They didn't grapple one time, didn't train with Islam or Khabib or any of the top-level grapplers from Dagestan. But anyway, we'll move on to this, whatever you can call it, card. And we'll start off with Oh, wait, before we step into this, our gem dog, though, a bright spot of the card, Valentina Shevchenko, gave us a nice little savior. Had to give Bullet a shout out quick. But we'll start this off with Tisha Pennington and Luana Pinheiro. And I hate these fights, man. So Tisha Pennington.
Tisha Pennington never should have had the baby. Go ahead.
Tisha Pennington. It's just these odds are ridiculous. I don't. For the purpose of this video, obviously we're gonna give you picks, so I'm not gonna complain too much. But the line's moving a little bit back right now. She's at a minus 355. I'm looking at right now on some books. Plus 280 for Pinheiro as the line's shrinking, but she's still a sizable underdog. Wide line. The age difference, it's moderate. It's not something huge for Tisha. She's a bit older, about 4 years older. She's at a 3-inch height advantage, and I don't even know what to go into this fight. You don't take Tisha Pennington at minus 400. Like, that's what you don't do. And I don't think Luana Pinheiro is some high level or worthy dog in this spot. You can look into the records, an 11-4 record, and she's a younger fighter coming into her prime at 31. But I'm gonna pick Pennington via decision as my official prediction. It's just Pinheiro's on a tough losing streak. She's fought some tough comp with Jillian Robertson, Ribas, and Hill. It's just she has problems with certain fighters, and Pinheiro's a solid grappler. It's just being exceptional in one field right now is not going to be good enough for her. And her striking's a bit sloppy and leagues below Tisha. So I just think that overall she wins by decision, and probably going to be pretty one-sided. I don't know what to tell you. It's probably going over. I'll pull up the odds for you right now on that. The over 2.5.
She got the blitz.
Over 1.5 minus 800. Over 2.5 minus 455. So do what you will. I'll take Tisha by decision. And Luana Pinheiro plus 3.5 might be a look, but stay away from this fight. Unc, take it away from me. Take it away from me.
Oh, I saw Tisha. See, Tisha Pennington used to be Tisha Torres. So, I want to go back in the records here. Been watching Tisha Torres fight since about 2012. But not that same person anymore. But the thing here is, Pinheiro is, she's all over the frickin' place. She's got 11-4 records. Since she's been in the UFC, I mean, she's beaten literally nobody. She beat Michelle Gomes, who's like 42. She beat Randa Marcos on a DQ. I don't even remember what happened there. Randa Marcos probably kneed her in the face or something. She has no respectable wins. I mean, she beat Sam Hughes, but I don't even think Sam Hughes is in the UFC anymore.
Yes, she is. Sam Hughes is a test, man. She be beating girls. If you look at Sam Hughes' record, she be out here checking girls.
All right, well then I'm thinking of the other Sam. Oh no, not that. Okay, I'm not thinking of her. I'm thinking of the other Sam chick. But anyway, so what? She beat Sam Hughes by decision 4 years ago. I don't know. Tisha Torres had this big wrestling pedigree years ago that people talked about, and then you pull her stats, and it's literally like I shot 100 times and got nowhere. I mean, like, I don't know. Listen to these numbers. Takedown attempted 2, landed 0, 2, 0, 6, 1, 1, 1, 3, 0, 7, 0, 1, 0, 10, 0. How are you shooting 10 times in a fight, 7 times in a fight, 6 times? You can't get someone to the ground? Like, what are you doing? And she was a wrestler coming into the UFC back.
Especially at what is this, strawweight, featherweight? Now what is this?
Strawweight, 115. Yeah. So what are you what are you doing? Like, I don't know. This whole fight is terrible. This whole thing is god awful. But Tisha Torres Pennington, whatever the hell her name is, but she never should have had the baby. Number one. Number two, she has blitz though, which is like a DDP type looking blitz, like Dreykus blitz, and I mean she can wrestle, she just can't get people down. So if Pinheiro wants to win, she's going to be trying to do some judo shit or some, I don't know, weird takedown shit. And that's one thing where I think Tisha Torres, whatever the hell, will neutralize her. And, I mean, Tisha Pennington, I think, wins the fight. I don't know how, and I have no legible pick to give because her odds are through the absolute roof. I mean, over 2.5 is minus 475. Like, I mean, if you really want to throw money at it, put Tisha Pennington by decision. Even her by decision is minus 230 on DraftKings. These lines given by Unker from DraftKings at 7:43 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday the 15th. So the weigh-ins haven't happened yet. But this is terrible. Let's just skip this. Tisha Pennington, in her experience, should win, and that's it. Just be done.
So I guess the pick right there is Tisha by decision, but save your money, man. Like, I guess if you're a degenerate and you want to do it, but I applaud the degeneracy here. So Tisha Pennington decision, our pick. We'll move over to the next fight of the night, and fuck me, man. We're another road to UFC guy, bro. We're doing this again, and he's undefeated. He's 9-0.
Probably rode the UFC Asian version.
Yeah, man. These guys keep screwing me. Like last week, Jung Young Lee, he won the road to UFC as well. Look what happened. So now we got
Who doesn't know how to carry his weight at all? Dude came in huge, big shoulders, big back, big arms. Couldn't do shit with the weight. Go ahead.
So, Hyun Sun Park, road to the UFC winner, and undefeated prospect. Both things that I hate betting on and against. There's some decent power in his shots, and when he's in exchanges, he has a decent tie clinch to pull someone in. He's a strong overall guy. He has the strength advantage in this one for sure. He is susceptible to being hit in exchanges because he carries his hands decently low. He throws a decent amount of volume, but he isn't the most accurate. He's landing under 50% of his attempts, like around 40% of his strikes. When he lands, it has some solid power. On the ground, he has some alright grappling. He knows what he's doing down there. He has good back control, strong body triangle. He has strong leg kicks what he uses to open stuff up, and but they're pretty telegraphed. He walks forward with pressure. Doesn't seem to have the highest IQ, but on Hernandez's side, decent boxing, solid transition grappling. He's shown he can get rocked, and trains at Valley Strike Force with Ignacio Bahamendez, Yair Rodriguez, those guys. So he has good boxing, good lateral movement, some decent fight IQ. They give him all these Asians. They gave him Tatsuro Taira. They gave him who else did they give him? Let me pull up his fights. There's another one. Rates Sora and Tatsuro Taira. He gave him both of them. Now they're giving him Hyun Sung Park. So I don't think he had that. Park has.
Sora was not. He's not too bad, but yeah, just continue.
Yeah, they're both not terrible. It's just I don't know. They give them all to him, and Hyun Sung Park is probably the worst of the grappling of all of them. But he's the better striker, and Carlos Hernandez got put down by Tatsuro Taira. Or Tai Tatsura. I don't know. I'm messing up names, but regardless, I think Hernandez he has the higher fight IQ, and if he could fight his fight, he could definitely be live in this fight. But they, it's just the road to UFC guys have shown they're behind a step, and Hernandez on the other side isn't the most technical guy, but he's all right. I think he has worlds more fight IQ than Park, but will he be able to win striking exchanges? I just think Park's there to be hit, but he's going to have the more damaging strike when they're getting down to it. Hernandez has better footwork, and he moves laterally, so Park's going to have some trouble trying to track him down, but even that's not inflicting damage enough to win a fight. And I don't think they're going to be able to grapple. I think the grappling's going to neutralize. Maybe Carlos Hernandez with a slight advantage, but I don't think he's going to be able to hold control just because of the pure strength from Hyun Sung Park. So, I think my official prediction is going to be Park by knockout, but I like knockout decision. I I don't want to bet. I don't want to bet it. I don't because I told you earlier about these guys. But
I told you last week about these guys.
yeah, it's just not it. And I think Park via KO, and if Hernandez wins, it's going to be by decision. The Park KO is plus 150, or at least when I wrote my notes down earlier. And Hernandez plus 200 on the decision. I think Park's going to win by knockout, but if Hernandez uses his footwork and circles to stop some pressure and maybe establishes the jab or something, and he can sneak some dirty takedown trips and stuff in there, maybe he can win 2 rounds. But I don't think he's going to be able to do that. And I got Hyun Sung Park. What do you got?
Yeah, well, I just saw somebody walk by trying to play a slot machine with no money. What an idiot. Anyway, he got us up in this freaking I don't even know what is 10 by 10 room. Anyway, where's the hell's Hot Hand? It's gonna be crazy when he pops in here, belligerent from the casino. But anyway, I don't know, man. it's these goddamn road to the UFC, whatever the hell they are. They made they needed an Asian demographic, so they made a tournament and started throwing people in it. I haven't seen one guy that came out of the Asian Ultimate Fighter or whatever it's called that is like good. Like I think all these guys are mid. I really do. Like who's Kaya Asakura or whatever? Yeah, his ass got sent packing. Zhang Li got
look at
and he was like
you got Rongju, Renya Nakamura, Yi Jia, like come on, man. And I want to point out we called out Gafurov over Renya Nakamura and had the decision plus 800. But anyway, stay on topic.
Legit said Gafurov would push him around and would bully him with his weight and grappling, and exactly what happened. I mean, I don't know. These guys are all untested. They're not. I hate all of it. I hate it.
Fade Park here. I wouldn't say you're crazy for fading Park. And fading the Erosa to the UFC. I just don't think Carlos Hernandez is the one to do it. I think he won't. I think the grappling is going to neutralize, and the bigger shots are going to be from Park.
Now, see, Carlos Hernandez though has good range control. So when he does have his movement, like you talked about how he moves laterally and stuff, he has good like range control. Like he doesn't just take the step forward and try to like fight in the phone booth. Like he knows how to like he does the thing where you put your hand out to test the distance, and then he'll come in and like do like a kick and like a 1-2, like, you know. So I can't believe I'm actually gonna say this. I'm gonna look into a striking prop for Hernandez. Because that's now they don't have the fighter props up on DK. I'll have to go to a different book, but like that's the only thing that I'm even like confident in playing around with here. I have no idea how this fight ends. I have no idea. Does it go to the mat? I have no idea like what's gonna happen. Like, you know what I mean? The only thing I can say about Hernandez, and I don't really know much about Park because I hate these guys, man. Until these guys are proven, I hate them. So like the only thing that I could say is in terms of like significant strikes and like all that type of stuff, he has had Hernandez has had some fights where, you know, he's had like a good like good like I don't know 40, 100, like I don't think they're significant. I think they're just strikes overall. And if you look at I can't tell what the hell this is. SDHL. What the hell does that mean? SDHL. Significant distance.
I don't even know. I don't know what
significant distant head strikes landed. Significant distance head strikes attempted. All right. So his significant whatever the hell landed significant head strikes landed is like on the fights that he did survive and win, they're on like a 50% clip, and they're like around 30. So like if I can get this cat around 30 significant strikes, I'm probably gonna take that. And he attempts, I mean, he had a fight where he attempted 192, 112, 107, 76, and he's landing at 32, 45, 66, 24. Now, there was the two bluffs, but that was the two Japanese, Terra and Tasasura or whatever the hell. But these are UFC fights. Nascimento, Bondaire. I mean, Bondaire's not the best, but he's not god awful. I don't know. So I don't know. I know Carlos Hernandez, when he does strike, he brings it, and that's literally like the only like read I have for this fight. I have no idea how this is gonna end up. But like, what does Unk see? Carlos Hernandez, when he strikes, he strikes. So I'm gonna look at some numbers and see what we have.
What do you, for the purpose of a side, even if you don't love it, who would you pick? Hernandez?
I mean, he's scrappy as hell. How is the grappling on
He's
Park?
he has some decent grappling. He's strong. He transitions. I think that his IQ's less than Hernandez, but he's stronger than Hernandez. He might be able to have some top control. He's not as good as a grappler as like the other guys that Hernandez has just fought. The other Asians, Road to UFC guys
Right.
or whatever they came from.
Like he's not as good a grappler as like Tassora
No,
and them
not even
other
now.
guys.
He's not. No.
And I would say Hernandez wins by decision, or Young Park wins by KO, because
Yeah, pretty much backwards of what I
I
had. Yeah. So you have.
I mean, what'd you say?
I said pretty much backwards of what I had because I have. I thought. Well, I was figuring that you were
Park?
saying your go to would be Carlos Hernandez by decision, and mine was Hyun Sung Park by knockout, and then like obviously if you want to take the other side, I think those are the two methods.
Well,
And
no, that's I'm agreeing with you, but I'm saying that's I'm gonna, but like a double chance. I
oh,
said
the double chance,
Hernandez
yeah.
by decision. Yeah, Hernandez by decision, or Park wins by KO.
Let me look at that right now.
It's minus 130, or no, it's not. It's minus 125 on DK.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good pick. I'd rock with that too. That's a good way to play this if you want to. I want to stay away from this road to the UFC. I end up betting on this fight. That might be the play I take. That's good odds.
I said it
Might get
last week
might get
when
cooked on.
Navajo fought. I
Yeah,
try to stay out of these things.
Hyunsun
But
Park might win a decision, and that might help us. So you could probably hedge that, but otherwise that's the play, and we'll move on. Also, my apologies for half of that breakdown not having the graphic on time. Still new to this. But we'll move on to the next one. And oh my god, bro, let's get me out of these prelims. We got Denise Gomes versus Elise Reed. Minus
no,
500.
that's our girl. We need freaking hot hand in here. But Denise is our. That was the chick that we took by knockout or something, and or something, and she floored Kovacevic. Unanimous decision. Killed her. Beat her up. Smashed her.
Yeah, well, forgive me for letting that slip my mind, but Denise Gomes minus 500.
Oh, you can't take that. That's terrible.
7 year age advantage, I guess you
What are
call
we
it.
even doing?
I just
Minus 600. What are we doing?
That's what I'm saying. It's pretty even on the overall reach. Um, the thing that I'm talking, like, I'm not even worried about playing the money lines on this fight. I guess my lean would be Denise Gomes, obviously, but I'm trying to look at like the round props possibly, because I don't know. Elise Reed has less fights and is 7 years older. I just think she might get put out here. I'm gonna Elise Reed overall is not a solid fighter. She's from Jersey. There she goes. Anyways, she got knocked out twice already, so that's good to look for. She's 4-4 in the UFC. Got rear naked by Lupita Godinez. She's beating girls like Jessica Penne.
Loopy!
She's beating girls like Jessica Penne, Jinyu Fry, Melissa Martinez. She got choked out by Loma Lukbunme, which is like the Michael Jordan of women's Muay Thai. So if you're getting rear nakeded by Loma Lukbunme, I don't know. She got knocked out
Oh,
by
Loma!
yeah,
Loma choked her out.
yeah. Second
Even
round rear
use her
naked.
feet.
She lost to Shara Eubanks, who is a 7-7 7-7 40-year-old
Yes.
retired fighter.
Sarge hits hard though. She hits mad hard.
So she's gotten finished a couple times. I don't know. I hate betting the unders on these women fights though. It's just always screws you because one girl doesn't put out like great volume or power. Denise Gomes with she has more knockout victories than she has decisions. She has 6 TKOs compared to the four decision victories that she has. She's not in the sub game. She's not involved with that.
Yeah, I already got this figured out. We're taking Denise Gomez to win by KO at plus 250, and then we're doing a side hedge on Denise Gomez to win by unanimous decision at plus 110, and then that covers your whole thing. Elise Reed doesn't win.
Yeah,
There you go. There you go.
yeah, but again, this arguably might be the worst card of the year, and that's just
I'm just saying, Elise Reed ain't winning a split decision against this chick.
yeah. I agree. That's just
You remember watching this girl?
yeah, I do.
We need Ethan in here.
We got
Because I was like, no way, and then he was like, no, dude, no, this is the girl, like, and she killed Carolina, killed her.
we'll move on to the next fight. Not like I like it any better. We got Luana Santos versus Tayanara Lisboa. Uh,
Only good thing about this card is it sucks, so we're getting through it quickly.
I like. I've been seeing a lot of respected people in the MMA space take Lisboa, and it's just I don't know the age difference, a 9-year age difference. I just feel like that's huge. What is it? What's this fight at? Bantamweight is bantamweight 135. Yeah,
No, that's 25.
125. No, I thought flyweight was
Yeah.
120. Flyweight's 125.
Wait, what are they at? What are they at? Because Santos fights at 125.
Yeah, that's where I'm going to look what they're fighting at for this one. Um,
Because that means she would have to come up.
I'm looking right now to see what she's fighting at.
Right.
Uh, Juana Santos time. This fight is at 135.
So Santos has to come up 10 pounds.
Yeah, against this vet.
Oh, dude. I've seen this girl before fight.
Yeah, I did.
It's this girl.
I've done tape on this, and I just don't. I don't know which way to go. It's just a lot of people take Lisboa. I don't know.
I'm taking this ball.
You are?
Yeah. I didn't know who. Bro, when they get these cards and it's 10 girls all thrown in together and we're watching tape,
She's coming off
like,
a knee surgery, and she has a pretty long break. She's pretty brutal.
oh,
She's brutal in the clinch and shit. And if uh, I don't know. She has some takedown offense, but the surgery might be hurting her knees. And that's the reason I'm thinking about it. It's a gray area for sure. Uh,
we're like 5-0 on fading people with surgeries. Or, I
and like
mean,
and
tailing.
like 9 years difference too. 9 years and a surgery. It's just Lisboa has some pretty deadly Muay Thai. One and a
Bro,
half.
I'm
One and
telling
a
you,
half rule
I
breakdown.
know Lisboa as a fighter, and it's like calling Vince Pichel or that other guy that was like 40-1 and we couldn't remember who it was. Like you're calling out like the ant in the gym. Like Lisboa is a nasty striker. So but that knee surgery, like how long ago was this knee surgery?
She's been away for 18 months. I don't know. Let me see the date of her knee surgery. It said she's.
But
I'm looking at a whole interview that was posted May 15th, which is today. Tayanar Lisboa had to learn how to walk again.
oh hell no, God damn it. She's such a nasty
She suffered a
striker too.
serious knee injury and went straight to surgery for knee cartilage reconstruction. Uh, I don't like betting on these fights. It says the recovery process caused a leg thigh muscle atrophy of 2.3 inches.
Oh
She
no, just stop. Just stop.
she moved up
Just
to 168 pounds before going back to the
pick the
mats
other
and
girl.
needed a full year to finally be able to inform the UFC she was ready for a camp.
Had muscle atrophy in my quad. I don't think still to this day, I don't think it ever came back to what it
And
was,
for a
dude.
Muay
Like
Thai fighter
no.
throwing kicks,
No, yeah, no, you're cooked.
uh, that
I'll
that
I'll
alone
I'll
is gonna that's gonna make me pick Santos as my official pick.
I'll gladly take Santos minus 170 on the money line, and then I'll literally Lisboa to win by KO is plus 900. I'll literally sprinkle a quarter of a unit on that, and then like be covered. Like fine.
Yeah, I just have to fade that. Even though that hurt me against Juliana Miller, I did not think she was gonna beat Ivana Petrovic. I didn't think Juliana Miller was good enough to be in the UFC, but this knee surgery is
Well,
different for her Muay Thai style. It's just the style is tougher. Santos is 9 years younger, which already makes me want to go with her. They have the same. They have Santos has more fights, and she's 9 years younger.
Mike,
Because
I'm telling you, I have
I
seen
saw Lisboa film.
Lisboa
Yeah, I saw.
fight.
I've seen them both. I've seen both their film before, and I'm
If
saying
she,
it's just she's a better striker for sure. She's the better fighter, but she's 34, coming off a 1.5 year layoff where she she couldn't train or nothing. She had to sit for a whole year. How much muscle atrophy? She said it was the toughest camp of her life. I'm going with Luana Santos. Are you taking Lisboa?
no, I'm
Yo,
taking.
hot hand just texted. He said I just got off you on.
Well, what floor is he on? Where the hell's he at?
I think he just got a charger by the blackjack table. Or one of them. I don't know. He just hit me up. He asked if we're on right now. I said yeah. Come to the lab. I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
invite.
tell him they put us in a 6x6 room. I'm 6 feet tall, so if I lay down sideways, I'm fucking cramped in here.
But there he is, and me invite him to the stage. Yo,
Yo, my fault. I didn't. I literally just left
The
the
real
fucking.
media
yeah,
passes. This
we saw you at the we lost you at the casino at the MGM Grand. We hope you came up. But anyway, we're at we're talking about Lisboa versus Santos here, even though we went through some terrible fights. Um, uh, Do you have any overwhelming reads for the first three fights? We can go. Do you for Pinheiro versus Tisha Pennington? It's not a great fight to talk about. We spoke our piece. Do you have anything on that you want to add, or do you just put Pennington? It's not a fight that we either of us love.
Yeah, I don't really like women's fights in general, let alone low level as them two. I feel I'm not touching a money line on that. I guess you could play a fight. I think the fight's gonna go to decision, and it'll be like a eerie split decision, or it'll be like a confident unanimous. But I'd say don't really touch a money line if you're not gonna play like a over on round props or a fight
Yeah,
to go to distance.
fight to go the distance is minus 400 from what I'm looking at right now. So I guess you can add it to a parlay piece. It's just I don't know. Like we said, don't bet on this fight. Do you have a read on Carlos Hernandez versus Hyun-Sung Park? Hot hand. I think we lost hot
Hot
hand.
hand, you better be there because your ass took the. I literally said, yo, if you
Fuck.
could wait 2 hours.
No,
All right.
we hear you, hot hand. Are you there?
Oh yeah, my bad. My bad. I'm probably gonna be cutting in and out. I can't fucking. You guys just cut out there, but
Yeah, we heard you and you stopped for a second. Do you have anything on Carlos Hernandez versus Hyun-Sung Park?
I like Hernandez. I'm not really sold on fucking Summer. He only really notable win was the old
He's chopping out.
Australian
Buzz, you gotta get out that. You gotta get out that casino. We
That's
can't hear you.
You gotta get out the casino, hot hand. And yeah, he got Carlos Hernandez. He's breaking up a bit. He'll probably be in and out, but he has Carlos Hernandez. He heard that. We'll move on with our stuff, and when he catches better service, when he finally steps outside and sees the sun for the first time in 14 hours, he'll be able to come back in. But we have Connor Matthews.
Yeah, you are all assholes. Go ahead.
Connor Matthews versus Yadier Delvalle, another one of these undefeated prospects coming in a debut. Oh, Connor Matthews cashed me out last time I bet with him. He got knocked out pretty early, but I had him for 2+ takedowns at plus 600, and he got him immediately. Um, I got Delvalle in this one. I think he floors Matthews. I'll make it quick. And I just think coming up. I don't know. I hate betting on these guys. Minus 500 for a guy making a debut against a strong grappler. It's just tough to bet on that. But if you can get his knockout and you like the tape, in your opinion, you can get Delvalle knockout at around Delvalle by knockout plus 200. And I think that's some pretty good value for a minus 500 favorite. But I'm not saying to run to the counter for it. What do you think, Unc?
Well, hot hand, are you there?
yeah. I'm here. I'm here. You hear me?
Yeah. Now, what are you outside?
Yeah. I'm driving back from MGM Casino.
Yeah, he's been stuck in the freaking gift shop for the last 2 hours. By the way, we have to pay somebody for the helicopter because Mo couldn't drive it. But anyway, that's a whole different story. Hot hand, Denise Gomez. Wasn't that the chick that we were very heavy on and she beat the shit out of Karolina Kovalevich?
Uh, I believe so. Yeah, she's the Brazilian with that butterfly neck tattoo, ain't?
Yeah, that's the chick.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We were very heavy on
All right,
her.
thank you. All right, just so I'm not crazy. All right, Mike, we touched on that one. All right, keep going. Sorry.
All right, so I got Delvalle. You could take over for this one. I already gave my piece for the Cuban problem. I think that he just has the bigger shots, and Connor Matthews shown that he can get put down off a strong one by one of these prospects. And I think they're feeding him they're feeding Delvalle, or they're feeding Matthews to Delvalle here, and if he can't grapple for an extended period of time, I still probably will take Connor Matthews' takedown prop just because that's the first thing he goes for, and his name's the controller, and I feel like you have to bet on someone with that nickname. So I'll take Yadier Delvalle via probably late round 1, early round 2 finish. What do you got on this, Unk?
Well, Connor Matthews is Fall River guy, so I know his gym and like the fighters that come out of that area, you could say. Elval, he's like Cuban, like really Cuban. Like I'm talking like Cuban. So, he obviously knows how to box. I mean, Cubans are born, they know how to box and strike. He has jujitsu.
Some power.
It's really a matter of, can the young kid outbang and outlast the like tough like Boston guy. Like that's really what this is all about, cuz they're literally the same size. The reach is like identical. I mean, it's like 1 inch off. The age difference is like 4 years, but it's like late 20s, early 30s, so like you don't have the like the drop off there of like the like after like 35 that you start to get the drop there a little bit. So it really comes down to a question of, can Connor Matthews control Delvalle and do something to him? I mean, all Matthews' wins are like a neck crank, rear nakeds. I mean, he has one win by KO, like, or something like that. It's close to that. What is it? It's one KO. I don't know, man. I hate these young kids, these unproven kids. Like, I mean, Unk is big against stuff that I haven't seen before, and because we've been getting smacked on these young kids, but can Delvalle outlast the Boston? Like, he's gonna be coming there with the mentality and the toughness and the whole 9 year. Shit, man. I think I I think if you gotta, like, if you want to throw money on the fight, you pick not to go the distance, minus 125,
I like that as well.
or like, I mean, that's what I see happening. Like, the Cuban, I don't know his jiu-jitsu pedigree, but I know Connor Matthews ain't no top wrestler, top BJJ guy. Like, I know all the guys out of the, well, not like, I don't actually know them, but like they come out of the Boston area, like they have a certain style and shit. And that style is not gonna favor going against a young Cuban kid that knows how to box and is actually like tough. So I I maybe the Cuban kid gets overzealous and gets grappled on the ground. Like, does anybody know Connor Matthews, like his, or does anybody know Delvalle's grappling? Like, does he have grappling? Like, I mean,
I'm pretty sure he has fairly decent grappling. I mean, his stats show he averages 2 takedowns per fight and at least one submission attempt a fight. And out of his 8 wins, I mean, he has 2 subs. I'm not very sure. I do remember watching him Contender Series though, and I'm almost positive that he showed striking and like takedown and grappling ability.
Oh, baby, I just found his gym.
Yeah,
Gracie Barra. He's a Gracie Barra guy. Nope, I got Delvalle or fight to not go the distance minus 125 is a great value pick. That's probably what we're gonna go here with. But Delvalle by like KO or decision is like minus 250. That's juiced. Delvalle to win by submission or decision is minus 165. I think it's just really of coming up with a way to making Delvalle a playable option. But yeah, after looking up and seeing that he's a real Gracie Barra guy, like I'm chilling. I think he's gonna win.
Yeah. So, Hot Hand, do you think you're with Delval here, or do you have the Matthews read?
Yeah, I think Delvalle is going to drop him early. The dude averages 8 significant strikes per minute. I mean, that speaks volume alone. He has heavy hands. I think he's going to put Matthews to sleep late round 1 or early round 2. Now, I mean,
And he's
his money line isn't very playable. So I'm not sure what his double chance is. I would take a double chance with him KO/sub because I think a finish is coming, and I feel he could put the pause on Matthews, force him to pressure shoot into a guillotine or like some sort of submission off of a bad shot attempt. So I think Delval finds the finish, but because his money line is not playable whatsoever.
I do like the value on this. I think I'm gonna take this. Yadier Delval round 1 or 2 on FanDuel is plus 170. Think that's very live. Think that he puts Matthews away in one of those rounds, probably the first 7.5 minutes. So I would personally probably be playing that Yadier Delval round 1 or 2, or his knockout plus 200. But I think Connors Matthews' grappling prowess will be enough to stop him from getting subbed. But you never know when a guy gets rocked and if someone in a legitimate Gracie gym shoots for a submission. But I got Yadier Delval by knockout. I think we all do, or not by knockout, by finish. I like the rounds 1 and 2, and we'll keep this moving along. I think that should be a solid fight if it lasts outside of any any of the first 2 to 3 minutes. Now this fight,
well that Cuban kid was born in a boxing, so I'm just saying he's gonna have some hands.
yeah. So and Connor Matthews does not have hands. So we'll move over to Jared Gordon versus Thiago Moises. So this fight, when I saw it, immediately I was like, well, damn. Who's gonna win this fight? It's properly a close line.
Yo, the media guy just came in here and said that I have to go put money on the meter, so I'm taking my phone.
All right. But Jared Gordon, it's just tough. The age difference is what's stopping me here as well. 6 years different. I think he has the better striking, of course, than Thiago Moises, and he has the better pressure. He does shoot for a lot of unnecessary pressure takedowns, and that scares me because Thiago Moises has some deadly submissions. So I don't know if Jared Gordon's gonna try to take Moises down if he might get subbed. If it stays on the feet and he pressures, he might get that front leg eaten up by those tough leg kicks from Moises. But it's just tough for me. It's tough for me to see Jared Gordon knock out Thiago Moises unless he catches him against the cage and just unloads 30 shots and Moises crumbles. And I think Moises has the better chance of finish via submission in this fight. It's just at the end of the day, I gotta make a pick. And I like Thiago Moises spread, but that's a betting angle. But if I have to make a pick on record, Jared Gordon, I think he has more volume. He gets traditionally screwed, but he beat Nasrat Hakparas. I don't know, it was close enough to call. I think I had Nasrat on my official card, but
No, he beat him. Listen, I lost money on the fight, or no, I won money on the fight because I picked Nasparat, and I went out to my garage screaming and snapping out when the fight ended. So no, he got robbed.
yeah, so him And then he also arguably beat Paddy Pimblett.
He also arguably beat Pimblett. When I came in from the Nasparat fight and saw that my slip was still alive, I was like, "What the fuck did I just see?"
Like
So no, you're right, man.
I have to pick Jared Gordon. Like Thiago Moises he's lost to some really good competition. If you look, and he's coming into his prime at 30 years old. I just think his chin, like, I don't know. I'm scared to take Thiago Moises, and I'm looking at the Tapology polls, and they're 70% Moises. Fight fight probably goes the distance. I just think Jared Gordon puts out more volume than Thiago Moises, unless Thiago Moises gets him in a submission, which is likely. I wouldn't say that that's not possible. I just think Jared Gordon wins the decision. I don't know if he gets screwed because Thiago Moises is the younger fighter, 6 years younger. It's a tough call. The pick'em line's justified, but I'm gonna side with Jared Gordon by decision as my bet, or as my read lean. What do you guys got?
I was on Moises at the very beginning. I mean, I did my due diligence. I still am leaning Moises, but I kind of see where you're coming from. He's going to have a clear grappling advantage, but I don't see this fight going to the ground whatsoever. And I also feel that this fight is going to be very, very slow paced. Like both guys just standing in the pocket, a one, two. Like they're just going to trade shots, nothing crazy. But I feel like it's going to come down to a decision that's going to be able to go either way. So I could see if there's no grappling that Gordon will get the better exchanges on the feet. And I do feel that Gordon could easily come out with a decision win. So I'm agreeing what you're going on here. I do like Gordon money line at just above pick'em odds.
Gordon all the way, man. Like we just said,
Surprised. I'm
he beat
surprised.
Pimblett. Like we already know he beat Pimblett. I mean that like go back and watch the fight. Like we know this. We know Portnoy was in the crowd. They had to push it. It was Molly McCann and all that nonsense going on. Like we know that he lost or he won the fight. And then I just said against Nasrat, I I think like I don't know what it is. I don't know like why like Jared Gordon gets like the disrespect he gets because I used to do it too. I used to be like, yeah, he's trash. He's not that good. Like, and I used to be mad disrespectful against him too. But from like what we're actually doing now, like trying to pick the winner of the fight and taking all the bias out of it, I think Jared Gordon wins the fight, man. Thiago Moises is the prettier, like it looks better, like it's kind of what you want to see fighter, which I think is given the flair to um the general crowd and public, the casuals. But like when you like really sit down and like study like the combat of like what did like Moises do and like what did Jared Gordon do, I think Jared Gordon's just a dog, like being bloody, beat up, banged up. Went to that razor thin with Nazareth, which he won, and then like beat up Paddy Pimblett, which he won. So yeah, I'm Jared Gordon all the way, man. Jared Gordon money line.
The age does scare me, but when you look at their good losses for Thiago Moises, because he's only lost to some top level competition. If you really look at it, his 5 losses, or he has 8 losses, but 6 of them in the UFC. Ludwig Klein, that's a solid guy with a speed advantage, and he lost pretty bad to Ludwig Klein. Benoit Saint Denis got knocked out by him. Uh, Joel Alvarez, that's a good comp. Islam Makhachev, that's a good comp. Demir Ismagulov, that was a good comp. Now we're getting back. Benil Dariush, that's a good comp. So he's lost to some good guys, but we can't really give him some props because of his losses. The only win that really stands out to me, there's two. He has some alright wins. He beat Ken Green, Melquizael Costa. He subbed Melquizael Costa. But Melquizael Costa is pretty willingly. That's the only thing that scares me is the submission threat here. But against Trey Ogden, which was his last fight, I remember that fight. And Trey Ogden was lucky beating his ass until he gassed and got his leg kicked off. So I don't know if Jared Gordon's going to get his leg kicked off, but I lean Jared Gordon for sure. And I originally came in here thinking that Thiago Moises had some possibility to be the gem dog, but we got to do some more consideration at the end. We'll move on since we all pretty much said our piece. And we got another debut guy. Oh, wow. Oh man, this is tough. Well, we got Gabe Green coming up against Mateus Camilo. 8-year age difference on this one. And Camilo, this is at 155. Gabe Green's coming down from 170. Is that an advantage? Is that even an advantage coming down from 170? I feel like 15 pounds is like a pretty big drop.
That's a huge thing, man. 15 pounds.
Yeah. It goes both ways. I mean, you're gonna have the harder weight cut, and then so he could be way more gas. He could gas out easy. He could feel like absolute shit. But then you could also put it in the preference of he's gonna be getting touched up a lot lighter. Like these dudes they're gonna be faster then, but he's gonna be a lot stronger. So there's different ways to look at it depending on the fighter, but as in the terms of this fight, I feel it's a disadvantage for sure.
Especially when it comes to the speed, and as we know, Mateus Camilo, pretty dangerous striker. He's 24, but he has over 10 pro fights, and he comes out of that in Nova Union or whatever. You know, where some tough fighters come out of there. Isn't that where Jose Aldo?
Oh God, that gym has killers.
Yeah, so he's tough. They don't have his reach. I couldn't find his reach. He's 155. He's a true 155er. He was fighting in Fury though, and not good competition. Tough enough.
Who's coming down and who's going up?
Mateus Camilo has been fighting at 150, and Gabe Green's coming down from 170.
And how old is Gabe Green?
32 years old, and Mateus Camilo is 24.
So Gabe Green is coming down from 170 at 32 years age.
Yeah.
That's because I mean, if you're a vet, you know the tricks. But as you get older, the more weight you cut, harder. I don't.
I'm just thinking on this one. I think that Camilo. I hate betting on these guys. These they didn't prove shit, and he's fighting a guy who's way bigger than him and might be able to control him with the grappling. When I think about how the fight's gonna go, I think Camilo is probably gonna find the shot on him. I think he knocks him out. It's weird that as a featured bout, but the whole card's pretty weird, and I think Green could give him some trouble if he fights like an absolute dog and just fucking throws a billion shots. But I want to see the weight. I want to see if Gabe Green looks drained or if he looks really big and fresh. But if he looks a bit iffy, probably gonna take Camilo by knockout. He has raw power. He doesn't have a lot of speed behind his punches, but he when he connects, and that right hook, it's accurate, and that when that lands, it's knocking out. His grappling's fine. It's perfectly fine, and he trains with that tough camp. I just think that in the Apex here, Camilo gets the knockout. That's what they want. They don't. Who wants Gabe Green right now on the roster, especially at 155? He could be the spoiler here, but I think Camilo.
Oh my God, we forgot. We forgot the dimensions of the Apex. We haven't brought it up once.
That's a given with all these warehouse cards. We haven't been in the warehouse in a while, but we were getting like multiple warehouse cards a month before.
No, I'm talking. Yeah, but I'm talking about. We just talked about all these guys about striking and moving, using movement and all this other crap. We're out here. We're out here. We just forgot that the thing is smaller.
So that kind of makes me a little bit feel a little bit better about Park over Carlos Hernandez because the lateral movement's going to be smaller.
Yeah. I'm taking. I'm I'm taking Gabe Green.
Are you? You think he's going to be able to grapple and hold him down, or be able to
I
strike
mean,
with them? And I wouldn't blame you.
see the weigh-in, like you said. All right. I just got in my car. Well, the rental. I'm dealing with the concierge service out here, but we got to get media passes next time. But anyway, the guy coming down,
Yeah, he's coming down from 110.
especially when you're getting cracked. Like, so, well, what's Gabe Green's what's his spread? His
Uh,
Gabe Green's spread is plus 3.5 and it's plus 110. That's I'm picking Gabe Green's spread. It's at plus money.
I'm trying to see if Gabe Green's got chin before.
Because unless you pull something up right now that tells me he's knockdown prone,
He's gotten knocked
he
out 3 times. He got knocked out by Brian Battle. He got
okay, he's a savage.
he got knocked out by Jalen Turner in Bellator in 2017, and he got knocked out in
Jalen.
2016 by some random ass Randon Abafo who went 5-1 and just disappeared from the face of the earth.
Okay, so the 5-1 guy that disappeared off the face of the earth was probably crazy and then had family problems or drug problems or something else. You don't just fall off the face of the earth, like maybe an injury or something.
The thing that
What?
stands out to me there is that both Battle and Turner are fucking very lengthy fighters.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's also true. And they know how to find the finish.
and 2 inch.
Yeah.
There's a and the height advantage goes to Gabe Green. It doesn't show in Tapology. I'm gonna try to find it real quick. I want to see if I could find Mateus Camilo's reach. His
They don't
reach.
have degree.
Not on. They don't have. This is his debut. I'm pretty sure. He didn't even fight in Dana White Contender Series.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Yeah, he's coming straight from. I had it up before. Coming out of. Hold up. Let me try to find his reach because I really can't find his reach right now.
Well, Unk is insane. I'm not talking no more. I'm taking Gabe Green on the spread because it's plus money, and he's coming down 15 pounds. If the man, is this a short notice fight?
Uh, uh,
That's the only thing that would sway me to not take that pick.
when was it scheduled? I don't know.
Because I'm in my car, I can't look it up right now. But if this was a scheduled fight, then I have uh I have Gabe Green's spread. You had time. You cut the weight. Like unless he steps on the scales tomorrow and there's like some funky shit going on, he shouldn't lose the fight.
I I think he could. I don't know if Camilo could find the shot. He trains with some tough guys. He's 8 years younger. He's fighting a guy who has to drain 15 pounds. And this fight was announced on April 6th. So he had a month, 5 weeks, 5 weeks.
I mean that's more than enough time. I mean, hot hand. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's 5-6 weeks to adjust to a 15-pound cut. I mean, that's very doable.
The thing that scares me about that though is if he was fighting at 170, unless he just didn't cut for 170, he's probably walking around 190, 185. So it all depends on his walk around. We would have to look into his social media and really see how big he gets during his
You gotta see his
off time and
scales.
like in between fights and whatnot. But because if he's walking 190 and he has 6 weeks to cut like 45 fucking pounds, that's a whole different story. But say if he's walking around 175, 170, that's more than manageable. You could lose that in a week, So
Yeah, that is
it
very
Well,
it
yeah,
all
true.
that's what
it
I. Well,
really depends.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying because uh, if they don't even a lot of well, I don't know how it is out here, but a lot of them don't let you cut that much anymore. Like you can't cut more than 30 pounds or you get sanctioned.
I don't know.
Jeez, yeah, I didn't know about
I
that.
understand the Gabe Green bigger. I won't fault you. It's a pretty close line now. It's starting to move back. I think Camilo was over minus 200 before. But I'm I hate doing this. Yeah, Gabe Green could definitely use his size. I gotta see the weigh-ins before I make an educated bet on this. But 8 year difference, great gym, and the power to put someone away. And Gabe Green has been put away before. Yeah, against some solid competition. But who's to say this young guy isn't solid competition? 24 years old, and he's coming without an Ultimate Fighter or a Dana White Contender Series bout. Uh, Give me Camilo by finish personally. But
Is he out in the Nueva gym?
yeah,
Uh, Go
four
ahead,
of his
Mike.
9 wins are by knockout. He has 2 wins by submission. He has a triangle submission. He has a Kimura submission.
Does it say
Guillotine.
arm triangle or triangle?
It's triangle choke.
Okay,
So he has a
then
guard
it's
who
the real one.
and a Kimura. So like he has some submissions in his game too. If Gabe Green tries to get fruity on the ground,
All right, I'll be back in like 2 minutes. I got to deal with this parking
yeah,
meter.
I got Camilo. Who do you got? Gabe Green or Camilo hot hand? So you can move on from this one.
I'm I'm leaning Camilo, but I'm not going to touch this until I really see the weigh-ins. But I also seen a lot of people on Camilo as well. So at most I would probably just touch his money line depending on how weigh-ins look. But I don't really see any round props that are playable or anything that catches my eye besides Camilo money line.
All right, so we'll move on from this. We'll go over to first fight of the main card. Melquizael Costa. It seems like we've already covered so many of his fights in the live lab before this podcast started. But Melky Costa takes on Julian Erosa, who also just fought against the corpse of Darren Elkins. And uh this is another fight with these large age differences. This card's weird. Melky Costa's at this 3.5 inch reach disadvantage. Also 3 inches shorter than Julian Erosa. But it doesn't look like that when they're standing by each other. I don't think so. We'll have to see the face offs. Um I just I can't fade Melky Costa anymore. I didn't fade him from the start. I've been backing him the whole way through. I think he gets it done here. Minus 220 is a little juice, but I think Julian Erosa is getting a little too much hype for being the corpse of Darren Elkins. And I watched his film recently, Julian Erosa. I've seen his fights. And what I've seen from Costa, I think that he can win by a decision. I know Julian Erosa has never been subbed, if I'm correct, but I think Costa's jiu-jitsu is slightly better. And I take Costa by my fish prediction. I don't know. It's tough to say he's gonna sub or knock out Julian Rosa, especially since Costa doesn't knock people out. But maybe decision or submission. 35 years old, Julian Rosa. I don't know. I think I don't know what happens with that. Definitely Costa though. That's my lean. What do you have in this? Hot hand. You there? I got left. Either way, I got Milky Costa. Um, when you look at like Milky Costa's overall ways to win, I think he has more. I think he has the striking advantage over Julian Erosa. I think he has a slight jiu-jitsu advantage, although it might cancel out. And although he has the disadvantage with striking or with the reach and the height, I think he's able to fill that in with the power he has too. And when you're giving me minus 225, doesn't make me want to run to the counter, but you don't really have to do much with that. His line's actually moved down. It's at minus 180 now as I'm looking at it, and that's playable. I like Milky Costa at minus 180, and I'm probably gonna play that. What are you thinking on this, Unker Hot Hand? Wow.
I'm dealing with the concierge. I told you, man. We don't have the
I know,
passes.
I
So
know,
they're down there busting my ass.
I
I'm
know.
listening though.
I think Hot Hand might have went back to the casino. I lost him for a second, but I think we'll move on from this, and we'll go to the next fighter who we also covered and we've cashed on recently. Nursultan Ruziboev versus Dustin Stoltzfus.
Wait, what'd you say for Erosa and them?
I said I had Melky. I didn't have you guys with me. I was trying to run it down. I ran it down twice. I had Melky
My
Costa.
bad, brother.
What do you have for that?
I got I got thank you. I got Costa. I got Costa money line. No, actually, I don't have that at all. He's fighting Julian Erosa. I have I have fight to not go the distance, but I don't know. I have fight to not go the distance, but I don't know what the odds are.
The odds on that are fight ends inside the distance is minus 205. The under 2.5 is at minus 180. So that's around the same as Costa money line. I think I think Costa wins it. I don't know about the not
I
go the
know,
distance.
appreciate it.
Hot Hand, are you alive? Are you in the casino again? I think he's goner. So yeah, we'll go to the Ruziboev fight then, and then if he comes back, we'll just figure it out. So Ruziboev, Justin Stoltzfus. I did good the first time. I think this is just a question on if Ruziboev finishes in the first 2 rounds. I don't think that the wrestling of Stoltzfus is gonna really be that much of a problem for him. Um, it's not like he's fighting Buckley and he's fighting upper class. I think he'll be able to manage himself, and I think he'll be able to find the shot on Stoltzfus and knock him out. I'll just make it quick with that because I'm pretty high on Ruziboev, and I think that he gets the finish here. I think this is a nice setup fight for him.
Yeah, so Ruziboev, he's got the grappling. He's tougher. Stoltzfus is like this like weird like German, I don't know, Polish, whatever the hell he is. And he's got like this like weird like deceptive like power type thing. But like I really don't think he's like a good fighter. Like I like talking about like scrambles, hips, um I don't know, just like he's like a brawler. Like he gets knockouts, he drags you into a brawl, kind of lulls you a little bit and tries to draw you into a striking match. Um so with that said, yeah, I've watched Ruziboev fight multiple times. So I'm taking Ruziboev, and I don't have access to I don't have access to odds in front of me at the moment. But Ruziboev by finish, or what's that thing? It voids if you don't get a finish.
Decision or knockout only or finish only money line.
It's yeah.
Scorecards no action. It's minus 450 for Ruziboev on that line. The Ruziboev by inside the distance is at
Yeah.
Ruziboev inside the distance, minus 230, minus 175 on one book. I see it.
Oh my god. You're not even gonna fucking believe this.
What?
I grabbed a drink, dropped it on the fucking ground, literally spilled all over my car. I had to throw it out the window. Oh my god. That was a perfectly good high C.
I just got cooked. What do you?
I got
Oh shit!
Ruziboev inside the distance. He's finishing the damn fight.
Hot hand. He'll have to leave and come back. There he is.
My bad, yeah. I forgot every other road in fucking Pennsylvania. You lose service.
What do you got for? You have Costa or Erosa?
It's tough. I like Costa. I think he'll win, but I like fight to not to go to distance more. I'm pretty sure the odds on that were minus 210 last time I looked, because Erosa's submission game is so deadly, and the way he put the pressure on Elkins, I could see Costa gassing out because he isn't known for his cardio. But I also see if he tries to do that same plan as, all right, let me just be in his face, Costa could very likely catch him because Erosa's chin is fucking sand.
Yeah.
Sand. It's Erosa's chin is sand.
Well, you know
Can
how
you
they make
elaborate
glass,
on
right? You know how they make glass with sand.
sand
You
makes
ever play Minecraft, Tristan?
is that what we're doing? We're doing sand?
Yeah.
Glass, sand, whatever you want to call it. Sand in the furnace, whatever you want to call it. His chin is shot. So, I mean, I think Costa could easily find the chin. I think Erosa could find the sub. I think Costa could find the sub. So there's many likely outcomes that I could see happening. I don't know which one. So I think the safest would be just not to go to distance.
Yeah.
Which is what are those odds?
Minus 210. That was the last I seen it though.
Yeah, and I saw. Yeah,
I
it's
think
around that. I think it's. Let's see if it moved at all. I have it open right here, and the not to go the distance is minus 205, minus 180 for the under 2.5. Like I don't know though. Like the Melky Costa, I don't think he has knockout wins. I gotta look at his shit right now.
he's
Hold up.
scrappy as hell though. He'll get caught trying to enter.
I'm not very fond on Costa's striking. He's very well rounded. It's just more of the lack of Erosa's chin. And if especially if he comes out like this same way he came out against Elkins, like he was just in his face, like nonstop putting it on him until he found the finish. Now, I don't think Costa will fold under the pressure like Elkins did. So maybe we'll see Rosa gas out early then. But out of every possible outcome I could see happening, a decision I feel is not very likely whatsoever.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, we'll move on from that though, because we're at the Ruziboyev fight. We just both took Ruziboyev. Do you have the same?
Oh my God, yeah, Ruziboev,
Yep. We lost you. You're breaking up. We lost him again. But
This fucking guy, man.
we got me and Uncle on Ruziboev. We'll give him some time to gather himself. He's on the road right now, so he's in and out. We'll move on to the third to last fight. I think it's the feature bout or something like that. Sadiq Yusuf versus Myron Santos. Oh,
Who the hell knows?
Dog of the card.
this is just sketchy.
Dog of the card.
Sadiq Yusuf, dog of the card. I have to see the weigh-ins.
I don't think Santos is that impressive, to be honest with you. I think he's overhyped.
They're both coming up 10 pounds.
Once again, I think Santos is big overhyped.
That's definitely gonna help Yusuf. That's definitely gonna help Yusuf. You gotta. I look at this.
Bro,
you have
Santos like he was supposed to be out there, like literally, like murking people. He lost the last fight.
Yeah, he did lose to Francis Marshall.
Yeah.
I mean,
Pressure was there. Sadiq
not
Yusuf does have pressure
legitimately,
too.
but you know what I'm saying.
Do you think that the chin's gonna carry over for Yusuf? He got knocked out by Diego Lopez.
We were at my house when he lost.
Yeah, I'm talking about Yusuf. Do you think that he's gonna get knocked out by Diego Lopez? Well, he got knocked out by Diego Lopez, but I'm saying
Yeah, he got slept. But it was like it was in the phone booth, and they were like, it was real like close quarter type shit. Go ahead.
you think that's gonna be a problem here? The chin of Yusuf?
I don't think, honestly. I can't see Santos. It doesn't really carry power like that. He's more of like a. He's quick. He's quick on the feet. He's a good kickboxer, and I think all close like boxing range moments are gonna be handed to Yusuf. And two, because he's also coming up a weight class, he's gonna pack more power, and Santos is also gonna be slower when they're at kickboxing range.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm trying to look at like the round props for this fight. The age difference in these fights are all crazy. They're all crazy age differences too. This is 7 years.
Also, Yusuf, he took a decent layoff after
I don't
that
think Marion
loss to
Santos
Lopez.
You don't? You don't think he's getting another robbery if it's close?
I think he's overrated.
I like Sadiq Yusuf's spread, just in case they get the robbery in. In my opinion,
I'll take
that's fair.
what's his spread at?
it's probably like, let me see right now. Pull it up on DK real quick. Sadiq Yusuf's spread is at
Mike.
Yeah. Yeah. It's at plus 1, or it's at minus 190.
For what, 3.5?
Yeah.
Minus 190 for the spread.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm staking.
Damn, man, but he's plus money. That's kind of annoying.
I feel like that's a big gap now. I feel like his
Yeah.
spread should be like a minus 150, 160.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm looking. I'm trying to look at it right now. It's minus 200 on 365.
Jesus. Well, I don't know why the fuck it's so gassed.
The over 2.5 minus 260. So they don't think anyone's getting knocked out. And if we don't think anyone's getting knocked out on those lines, then Sadiq Yusuf is probably gonna win. Sadiq Yusuf almost knocked out Edson Barbosa. Yeah, he gassed, but like it's because he had to go all out against Edson Barbosa, so he didn't get picked apart. This is not Edson Barbosa.
And this
And he's
is
bigger
what?
than
Was that the
that.
5-round fight?
Yeah,
Was that the 5-round fight?
yeah.
Okay, I got Yusuf. No, you know what, dude? I seen enough of Marion Santos. I'm picking Yusuf straight up. But Unk. I mean, I'm going with Yusuf
if you go back and watch that 5-round, I completely forgot about that 5-round fight even happened with Barbosa, and he did 5 rounds with Barbosa. I mean, I'm not impressed by Santos. I'm not. I
Not
think
at
he's.
all.
I just think he's another like fighter. He's gonna have 10 fights, and in 6-7 years, we will never hear from him again.
Who, Santos?
That's what I. No. Yeah. Yes. That's what I really feel.
I don't know why they moved him up to 155. I don't think he's a 155er, and I don't know why they're um giving him Sadiq Yusuf after they want to give him a striker, but do they think he's chinning Sadiq Yusuf? I don't think
I
he.
don't see that.
I mean, dude, after you guys brought up, because you got to think, a lot of this I go off muscle memory. I mean, yeah, I tape a lot of it, but a lot of it's, I've been watching this for so long. That 5-round fight, no, dude, Yusuf should take care of Santos fine. Barbosa was throwing spinning kicks, spinning head kicks, axe kicks, teeps, question mark kicks, you name it. Barbosa threw it at him, and Yusuf survived. So, like, I'm pretty damn confident in Yusuf.
Yeah, so he might be the gem dog, honestly, in all reality. So we're all on Yusuf. I don't know if I'm on Yusuf. I think might get robbed in a decision. Um, so I don't know what I'm taking here. I guess I gotta see the scales, but if I'm giving you guys a pick right now, I'm giving you Sadiq Yusuf. Move to co-main event.
Yeah, so I'm taking Yusuf's money line because he's plus, and then I'm gonna do a side thing of Yusuf by split, because whatever Yusuf by split is, those odds will be ridiculous.
Yeah. We
Or no,
also
not. I'm saying the wrong thing. I'm taking Yusuf as bread, but then I'm gonna also double down and put him on a split, so that even if he wins the split, then you get a double win. But if he doesn't win the split, you should come out all right, because whatever the split odds are, they have to be like plus 500 or 600 or something. They have to be really high.
yeah.
Sorry, I cut out. They have to be really high. They have to be like plus 500 or 600 for whatever the split odds are. I don't have it in front of me, though.
It's gonna be you talking about Sadiq Yusuf, or just to end in split decision.
No, Sadiq Yusuf himself by split decision.
It is
Sadiq Yusuf himself by split decision.
both of them are plus 750.
So yeah, we're good.
All right, so we'll go to the co-main event: Paul Craig versus Rodolfo Bellato. I'm not this high on Bellato. Like, you're trying to tell me minus 500 against Paul Craig. I guess he has the power advantage by far, and I could see him knocking out Paul Craig. But you got to be on drugs to think I'm taking Bellato money line.
It's Paul Craig, man. If what's his name falls over, Paul Craig's gonna wrap him up.
Like even if he knocks him down, he goes over in his guard trying to land some power shots. He's gonna have to knock him out and not get his shit subbed. I don't know.
Yeah, because
Just for the
he'll
point,
grab that leg so quick, dude. That leg will get snatched.
dude's getting dude's getting co-main events for a draw with Jimmy Crute. He almost got finished.
Jimmy
He has
Crute.
no gas. He has no gas either, Bellato. He did not look good against Jimmy whatsoever.
Yeah, he ended up winning the second 2 rounds after Jimmy Crute almost finished him and got a 10-8, so it was a draw. Yeah, now he's got a co-main event in the Apex. I'm taking. Hey, Rodolfo Bellato is probably gonna knock out Paul Craig. I just don't think he's good. I think Paul Craig probably passed his time. Another one of those fights that age difference is pretty crazy. 8 years in this one. I'll take Rodolfo Bellato, but I ain't betting it. If anyone I'm betting Paul Craig by submission. I don't think it's going the distance, so that's a good bet to take. Let me see what the odds are on that. The line's at 1.5. Of course it is, but under 2.5, minus 350. That's a steep one right there. They're over here. This card is different, man. I'm trying to find some type of value on this. I think Bellato's gonna chin him, but he could easily get caught up in the sub. I'm not impressed by Bellato at all. I don't think he deserves to be minus 500 against anyone, and minus 650 on FanDuel. What is going on?
Yeah, good luck, Cat. Good luck, Cat, trying to find a play.
Like round 3 not to start, minus 260 parlay piece. That's about it. I don't know. Under 1.5's probably almost live, but Paul Craig is a vet. He probably could last around. Get me off this fight. Next fight, we're going to the main event. Get out of this. And we got Michael Morales here. He's like minus 700, minus 800 on some books against Gilbert Burns. What are we doing with these cards, with these betting lines? We'll find the value, that's for sure. But just to give a breakdown, it just hurts. The striking of Morales is better. Gilbert Burns has some great wrestling, great takedowns. He's still in good shape. People kind of forget that he was beating JDM 2-0 on some cards. He was a minute away from beating the current champion. Morales probably does find the shot here on an aging Burns, but I think this whole card is just predicated on young guys versus old guys. The whole card is like this. Almost every fight is like a 5+ year age difference. I think this is a tough card for underdogs, but I'm not betting on Michael Morales. I'm not betting on Michael Morales money line. I'd probably take not to go the distance. I don't think it's going 5 rounds. What do you think, Unc?
Well, I want to go back to the Paul Craig fight. Paul Craig by sub, number 1. Number 2, over a round and a half is minus 105 for Paul Craig fight. So, Unc is taking over a round and a half. I think that Paul Craig is enough of a veteran to survive, and Rodolfo will try to do his bullshit, but they'll get through 7 minutes. So I'm taking the over 1.5 for minus 105.
All right. So what do you got for this main event?
Or actually over 1.5. I was in the same game parlay. Over 1.5 is plus money. It's plus 100. So that's what I'm taking. But main event, double chance, Gilbert Burns by submission, or Morales by KO. It's minus 200 on DraftKings, but like that's what's gonna happen. Like I know you said that you thought that Gilbert Burns like wasn't like he looked good and everything, but like I'm telling you, brother, I don't know if it was the lighting or like what the deal is, but when he got in that cage with Sean Brady, I swear on everything, I think he had gray hair, and I think like they maybe have like darkened his hair a little bit to not like for the weigh-ins to make him like not look as bad. But I said to myself, holy shit, Gilbert has gray hair and looks old. This is bad. The Jack Della knee, I'm not counting that. I'm not talking about that. Like I thought he looked good and he was gonna win the fight. But with this Morales young kid, I don't see any way how they go the 25 minutes. Like Morales is either going to tire out trying to take Gilbert out striking because it's his first 5 round fight and he's going to be like anxious. And I mean, like, that's just how it is. Like, if you're really like a young kid in there and you can come in 5 rounds, go against a guy like that, keep your composure, like squeeze out a decision, then good for you, man. Like, you're going to have a good prosperous future. But the majority of the time, it doesn't work like that. So Morales is either. Oh my God, Mike, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I thought I was muted. Morales is either gonna get him out of there with the KO early, or Morales is gonna gas as the fight goes on because he's not used to. It doesn't matter. You can be in great shape in a 5 round fight with like all like you're in the apex. It's smaller. You hear everything. You hear people breathing. Like the emotions are creeping in. Like, so if he doesn't get that early KO, he's gonna start to have that moment of like panic that sets in of like, oh, like what do I do now? And that's where the veteran mentality of Gilbert takes over. So Gilbert either subs him, which also Morales is Ecuadorian, and I believe he's Ecuadorian, or one of those South American countries that don't necessarily have like a good like grappling like pedigree. Like, he may have good like defensive like takedown pedigree, but I'm talking like Gilbert is. I mean, you'd have to look it up to quote it, but like I'm pretty sure he did
Yeah, he
IBJJF
won a
and
world
like he
champ.
did the Pan Ams
He
and
won a
the
world championship
ADCCs and all
before.
that. So like Gilbert's like a legit like can beat you up and sub you. So I got Gilbert sub or Morales by KO, and if they really go the full 25 and it goes to decision, then like fuck me, like I lose. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. I like the under 3.5 is the line minus 136 on that on FanDuel. I also like the when will the fight end alternate on FanDuel. Rounds 1, 2, or 3 minus 112. I like that as well. I think the fight ends in the first 3 rounds. Um, by the ways that you said, Hot Hand, what do you feel for the main event?
I mean, I'm pretty much on what was already said. The younger versus older guy. The younger guy is gonna have way crisper striking. The older dude could do it all. So I really feel, depending on where the fight plays out, is how who's gonna have the advantage or how it's gonna end. If Gilbert's able to work in those takedowns and really show the experience that a veteran like him would have and tire Morales out and tire those arms out to really take less power off his strikes, you may see Gilbert cruise to a submission win or a decision win. But if Morales could stuff the takedowns and really fight standing, I think we'll see a Morales KO. Either way, I do not feel the fight is going to go to the judges, and I think it's going to end early.
Yes, we're pretty much all on the fact that it's going to end and finish. You can play that how you want. That was a rough card to get through, honestly. There's not a lot of fights that I'm really excited for, but hopefully we can make the best of it. Live betting is probably going to be the way to rock this card. See how the judges are feeling
Yeah, I agree.
after a round or after like 7.5 minutes. You start seeing where the odds are going. If we think it's the wrong way, we take a shot. But it's a parlay time now. We gotta make the gem parlay. Our gem dog is gonna be Sadiq Yusuf. Currently, you can get his odds around plus 115, plus 120. Um, trying to see where the line's moving right now to try to gauge if you should take it now or if you should take it closer to fight time. I feel like you should watch the weigh-ins before you take him as the gem dog, but that's what we're gonna signal as a dog. Last week we got Valentina Shevchenko at plus money. This week we're fading the tough guy, the ultimate fighter guy, and we're taking Sadiq Yusuf at 155 to get a decision win. It's parlay time now. So I think we had Nursultan Ruziboev, That's my lock. Is Nursultan Ruziboev.
Yeah, he's given. He got to go in somewhere into the parlay.
The way we usually do this is I'm trying to look at the favorite. The favorites are all juiced as hell, so it's kind of tough to go about it. You could take Nursultan Ruziboev by money line, on the money line. That is odds are varying, minus 300 some places. I'm trying to find the best line. Check out Bet365 really quick. Yeah, we're at like minus 300. Nursultan Ruziboev. That's pretty steep, but probably gonna win by finish. Nursultan Ruziboev by finish is minus 175. For Nursultan Ruziboev by finish, what do you like, Unc?
The Costa fight not to go the distance, minus 210.
Oh, I don't even like that.
You do not.
I think they can go the distance, but Costa doesn't get knockouts, and Julian Erosa has never been submitted. So where are we getting this finish from?
That's the variable. They're not going to fight to a decision fight. Something's got to give.
What's gonna happen, in your opinion? What finish?
They're going to get in a wild exchange. Someone's going to get clipped. They're going to end up on the ground, and Erosa's jiu-jitsu or Costa's jiu-jitsu is going to either shine through or, I mean, I know Erosa's chin is glass, but like,
What about the
you get in
Gilbert Burn fight? Not to go the distance is minus 220. Same odds.
It's 10 points, but I feel more confident in that. I mean, if you want to do that, we can do that. I'm so confident on that 5-round fight. Like, they're not seeing the fucking judges, dude. Morales will tire if there's grappling and it goes into 4 rounds. Morales will tire out.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if there's
And if he doesn't, I'll gladly come on here next week and say I'm wrong. But Michael Morales in his first 5-round fight, like I said, he's in the Apex. It's a certified warehouse. Like, you can feel the tension. Like, he's gotta perform. Like, he's gotta go out there. You know what I mean? Like, that nervous energy is gonna make him want to throw. And Gilbert's just gonna be chilling. So if he survives the onslaught, he'll sub him.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I'm trying to try to mess around with the Gilbert Burns fight. Fight to start round 5. No, minus 160 is a good line.
Yeah, I'm gonna settle though on. Well, Mike, what book do you have minus 220? Because DK bumped it up to minus 235.
On Bet365.
All right, well then my pick is Gilbert Burns 365. No, minus 220.
Let me see what the odds are on FanDuel, because I'm on FanDuel right now just to get a better grip too, or just to get a better look at the odds. Not to go the distance is minus 235 on there too. But yeah, with those two, we're at plus 128. Probably add another leg. Is there anything else we feel confident about besides Yusuf?
We need a solid play that's in the 100 numbers. So hot hand, get in here. Put your mind to your phone. Mike will do the same.
I'm liking Hernandez. I know you guys don't like Hernandez. I also like that fight to go the distance or a Hernandez spread.
I said I took Hernandez spread. That was my pick.
Hernandez.
I wasn't in here when you guys were going, but I was under the assumption you guys were on Park.
I think Mike's on Park.
I'm on Park. Yeah. Yeah, I'm on Park.
Yeah,
I mean, Mike, what do you?
Like plus 3.5. I have Park by knockout as my official prediction. And especially in the Apex where you can't move around as well, and he's gonna get caught down. He's already shown that he can get put down by someone who has way less power than Park. He got put down by I think it was Ray Sora, or the other one, one of those two, one of those guys that are known for grappling, put him down, and Park hits way harder.
Cat Try or whatever the fuck
Yeah,
that dude's
yeah.
name
He
is.
put Carlos or Hernandez in pain, put him down, almost like he put him out conscious almost. And Hung Sung Park is a better striker than that. So I think he can knock him out. I don't feel like that's a good parlay piece. You have to play like you play straight and just have that. You don't hammer it, but you play it straight because that could fuck up a whole parlay just because this guy gets knocked out. I think we leave that fight alone with the undefeated road to UFC guy.
We could do also Jared Gordon. All three of us were on Gordon.
Yeah,
That's Mike's pen. Mike's got to pen that.
I have Jared Gordon too, but is that really a parlay piece? Is that really something that you put in a parlay and you're like, that leg's hitting? That's a leg that
I
can
mean,
easily.
honestly, bro, at this point, with what we discussed earlier about trying to make parlay pieces and extend odds, throw his money line in there and see what it comes out to.
Yeah, this got nothing to do with
Because
other shit though. This makes it plus 294.
I mean,
it's just at this point there isn't
Yeah,
much to
yeah,
play.
we're
Like
sending that.
we
That's
have a
our.
bunch of
That's gonna.
shitty girls.
Yeah, I agree. That's gonna be the gem parlay for the podcast. It's gonna be Nursultan Ruziboev by knockout or submission, so by finish. Gilbert Burns and Michael Morales not to go the distance, and Jared Gordon money line. He's moved to minus 140 now, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, Jared Gordon money line at plus.
he's minus 125 on DK, so
So
let's get that in there.
put this parlay in on DK quick. And hot
All
hand.
right, Jared
Hot
Gordon
hand.
money line. Who
Are
else?
you able to look up open FanDuel right now?
Yeah, I can do
Yeah,
FanDuel.
yeah.
So check FanDuel real quick and put this parlay in.
Hot hand, do FanDuel. Hot hand, do FanDuel. Go ahead, Mike.
Hot hand
I'm
gets
hopping on
FanDuel,
it.
and then you get DK. So Nursultan Ruziboev finish double chance first leg. Let me know
There's a
when you got
boy.
it. I know it's minus 185 on FanDuel. It's slightly worse than 365, but
Minus 200 DK.
so take that in the parlay. Put that in. Then it's fight to go the distance. No, and the Gilbert Burns the main event. And then it's Jared Gordon money line.
I have plus 284.
What's yours at hot hand?
I'm getting there. Hold on. Give me a sec. Gilbert Burns.
Not to go the distance in the Gilbert Burns fight. Ruziboev double
Okay.
chance.
And then just Gordon money line.
Yeah.
I am looking at plus 302.
So yeah,
Oh shit!
best odds are on FanDuel. You have the Ruziboev double chance, right? Knockout and submission.
Yeah, KO submission, fight not to go to distance, Burns, and then Gordon money line.
Yeah, so take it. So yes. So what did you say? Plus 3 what?
Plus 302.
Yeah. So we're gonna lock that in. That's gonna be on the screen. That's our gem parlay for the podcast, and the gem underdog is gonna be Sadiq Yusuf. Yeah. So we'll catch you guys next week. I think next week there's a card, is there? Pretty sure I'm so used to there being cards every week. I gotta check real quick. May 30th is the next card. Oh wow, we got 2 weeks off. We have a week off.
Oh, fuck.
May 30th, we're having UFC party back at my house.
Alright. Damn, there's gonna be 2 weeks off. So we'll have to try to find something else for you guys. See if PFL something or anything's gonna be on. But yeah, good seeing you guys, and catch you guys next week.